7 of the season. I'm Tezuri, and once again I'm joined by Kieran.
Hello.
So today at the historic Spa-Francorchamps circuit, if around 7 as I said, both championships are only heating up, but we're way past the halfway point, so we're getting into the final. Well, if you include Belgium, there's 4 rounds left, so if you want to read out the drivers and constructors whenever you're ready then.
For the drivers, Carbrine Con still leads with 105 points. Right behind him in second is Josh on 74. Following quite closely behind is Cameron Downs on 65. Reese follows him with 58. Charlie just 1 point behind on 57. Wills and McLaren on 41 points. Hakim for Ferrari on 33. Plays with Cars are on 20. 9th goes to Callum on 16. And 10th is to Driggs. Outside the top 10 we have Carps on 11. Risebo with 10. Nojo with 8. Meaty on 8 as well. Mark takes 15th with 7, Reds on 6, and from 17th to 20 are all on 0, and that is Twonk, and, well, that's it actually. Twonk's the only other one there.
Yeah. And then constructors.
So as you might expect, McLaren leads the constructors with 146 points. Red Bull follows behind with 114. Mercedes only 6 points behind on 108, Alfa Romeo on 75, Ferrari on 57, AlphaTauri 1 point behind them on 56, Racing Point take 24 points, Renault on 13, Haas on 11, and Williams are on 6.
Yes, and the weather for today, well, there's a 95% chance of rain, so I'm really not expecting any dry weather. So it will actually be our first wet race of the season. I know Carbrine, I know he absolutely adores this track and the rain. I think he's not the most happiest person, but at the end of the day, you gotta deal with it. Who's first out on track? It is Indigo, back racing again. Was involved in that amazing battle. It was Cameron and Charlie from the last race. I need to turn my game order then. Hold on a second. Oh, it's already down again, I'm mad. So
Indigo has changed teams once again to Williams.
His reserves, so.
In France he was with the Haas team, and in Austria he was AlphaTauri. And let's hope that he sticks with the team this time.
Yeah, as I said, he's his reserves, so he's just gonna see whatever car is available and then go with it. Yeah. So Carbrine has I can't even remember the points in the championship, so...
Carbrine is on 105 points.
And Josh is on...
74.
Yes, Carbrine leads by 31 points, so... it needs to be, even if... Well, if Josh isn't winning and Carbrine's getting top 5s, he'll be fine. Unless you get someone, I don't know, outside like Cameron. All it takes is for Josh and Carbrine to have 2 bad races, Cameron to, maybe, win both of them, and he's right back there, so you just never know what can happen.
With the performances that Cameron's been putting in lately, it is highly possible for him to get to that position, and with Spa being the way it is quite a twisty circuit, and especially with traction control off. You will likely spin around quite a few corners in this circuit.
Yeah, so
especially coming out of the bus stop chicane.
Yeah, Indigo coming through my source, walking up a little bit, especially on traction. Jesus, the amount of walk about from that up the hill. Now he goes over, and then Radion goes in very deep. Oh, is a little. That's not the best run through there, but it was clean. Now on the camera straight, where obviously there won't be. I don't think there'll be any DRS, but this is where we'll see probably most of our overtaking as it comes into the camera straight now. Here's tight and twisty section. I forget what this corner is called. But anyway, here we go. It's a nice exit now coming into No Name. You wanna use the inside curve, don't run too wide to not invalidate, which he does very nicely. As it comes into P1, you want to try and avoid the inside curve, which he does. Running in a little bit deep and a bit twitchy, but not that bad. Oh, a little bit slidey as he goes in a little bit deep. Still clean that from Indigo so far as he comes now into Stavenwell. Oh, a little bit on the Stavenwell shift into third gear. Very twitchy, very Jesus, please. He's scaring me, Indigo. As he comes now into Bunch-and-One. We're obviously back in, what was it? Yeah, 2015. Yeah, it was 2015. We saw Max Verstappen make that brilliant overtake as into the bus stop we go. Now goes nicely. Entry. Middle of the corner exit. Very nice from Indigo. We'll come across the line for a 1:52.0. I don't know if it's a good time in the wet, we'll just have to wait and see. Meaty, he's not gonna beat Indigo. What will he be? He'll be a 55, I think? Yeah, 55.4. Charlie the next one across the line. Yeah. Let's see what's he gonna say. It's a 52.9. He goes into P2 at the moment. It is Cameron next on the lap. Let's see what he can do across the line for the Scotsman. About 2/10 off Indigo. Not a bad lap. Character second one on the lap. I have the gearbox glitch with him. I hate that. Josh next. Obviously, he's invalidated, and then that's a Ferrari of Hakim after him. He's invalidated, so that means it's a Red Bull of Reese.
Reese
Jesus Christ, he's on the out lap, I think, anyway, so. Who's next? It is a AG, obviously, one of the two new debutants as well. Wolsey, yeah, Wolsey, that's what you're saying, that'd be the other one.
Well, let's see if Wolsey can go balls to the Wolsey. Ahaha. God, that's so fucking cringy. Okay. AG's coming across the line now. We'll see what he gets. He's not looking all too good. He qualifies last of qualifiers. P6 at the moment.
Yes, if I go off mic once or twice, I do apologise. That is... who was that actually set time? That was Callum setting them. 37.6 to go P4. Will now, here he comes. He's been validated, so Hakim is next on. Where's that Reese? No, yeah, Reese is behind me, he's validated. Hakim. Went to the middle sector. Had his first maiden podium in Vietnam. That's been the only podium he's got so far. He hasn't really shown the pace I think Hakim could have. As he comes into P1, takes it nicely.
I'm quite happy with the times that are being set, honestly, because I know from experience how much of a bitch this track is in the wet. And
I agree.
When me and Charlie first met, actually, it was on this track and it was thundering down. I honestly, I've never seen a track like it, actually. But
never used to see a track like Spa.
There were about 15 people in the race. By the end of it, it was only 5 laps, mind you. By the end of it, there were 3 people left.
Jesus Christ, there's Hakim. Out of the final corner, it will be a 53, I think? Yeah, 53.4. I put him P4. I like that point. And also, that point you made about Wolsey, absolutely amazing. Balls to the Wolsey, I'll never forget that one. Just never want to hear it again and then we'll be fine. It's one of them things that you say it once but never say it again.
Yep.
Reese, he's coming over and then through Radion now, it takes it very nice. It is possible to take it flat out, but you have to have, well... No,
you have to be on point in that
yes, corner. You have to have bravery like no other to do that. Yeah. I was gonna make another pun, but I stopped myself because that would ruin the joke. Reese has got a Williams, I mean, there's a Ferrari ahead of him, hopefully they can get out of the way. And they do, thankfully. Carburan's coming behind them, so hopefully they'll get out of the way as well. Reese though, going into No Name. Could use a little bit more the inside curve, but he's a little more the outside, but I think he's just trying to keep it clean. Around this track, you will only get 3 laps in the wet. Or Reese very twitchy. Through P1. See, I've heard the corner names of these corners, I cannot, for the life of me, remember the name of them. And well, let's just stop. No, this is
I
stuff,
only remember, I only remember Eau Rouge and the bus stop chicane anyway.
Yeah, there's 4 tracks where I know all of the corner names. The only tracks where they get mentioned: Monaco, Britain, Belgium, and Italy.
Yeah,
I mean,
Carbine Con has invalidated. He's on an outlap anyway, isn't he?
no, he's not. He's on the floor.
No? No.
Yeah, it's just Cody's being fucked again for you. So
Okay.
it makes complete sense when you think about it. Reese across the line, give me a 54, 54.3. That puts him into P5. Who's next on the lap then?
Got Carbine Con coming up to the line now.
He's starting another lap, so let's see. Just even to set at the moment, Josh doesn't set a fire, so both of these guys can set times at the moment. Obviously, I mean, people may be thinking, imagine Indigo winning drivers as a reserve. He doesn't score points in the championship. I don't know if he scores points for his team as Carbine. He's invalidated again. Oh, Josh, very sorry. Josh doesn't invalidate though, so let's see. Coming down
the bus stop chicane now.
Yeah, I'll watch him actually. Let's see. It's gonna be this. It'll be the slowest time of them all. A 57.8 for Wolsey. So Josh coming to the middle sector. He was very slidey up already. There's only a slight lift to that Mercedes, so he definitely tried to take as fast as he could. Goes in a little bit deep, but gets a good. Stays in second. Then there's some short shift now into No Name. Let's see what he can do. Need to pull on a little bit slidey, but all clean from Joshua Ferry. We'll have the McLaren ahead. Hopefully Carbine will get out as well. I wonder. I'm assuming Carbine's going to pit and probably try and have another set. Actually, no. I think about it. He might stay on one set because if the race is wet, then he might try another fresh set of inters. See, there's a few plans because you'll get fresh set. But when you pit, it'll be one of the worn sets. And sometimes, for some reason, the game will give you the more worn set than, the least worn set sometimes. That happened to me. But anyways, Josh coming through the bus stop now. He's going to set a time. What time will it be as he comes now out of the bus stop? It won't be pole, but it'll be a good lap. He goes P4. So, I think that hack him about 2 behind Charlie. Charlie coming through bunch one, very slidey, yeah, that's the word. As he comes now out with the bus stop. Charlie across the line goes P. It stays P3, but improves his time by a lot. Obviously, as the quality section goes on, this track is just going to get more and more better. So, don't be surprised to see if Cameron weighs 2 tenths up in the first set. Don't be surprised. What's happening with this? I think I've only this here. Okay, I'm gonna. Don't be surprised if Cameron does beat Indigo's time for now. We're just waiting to see whether it holds up because the track's evolving. It's very switchy to the end of the middle sector. Let's see as he comes into Stavino. How much is he going to be up by? Is he going to be up? He's down by 4 tenths. He lost about 6 in that middle sector. He's invalidated and he's absolutely bottled it. Meaty next, I do believe, and that's Josh on the lap again. Josh is on the lap, Charlie's on the lap, Cameron's on the lap. Yes, it is. Meaty going up our room, seemed very nice, didn't invalidate. Currently 9 technically we set a time, but we're still waiting to see both McLarens and Pleasure cars. See what they can do. He's about 1 tenth down from the end of Camel Straight. I'm pretty sure the corner after Camel Straight, I think it's called Camel Corner. I don't know what it's called. Where's the name for it? I can't think of. Let's say Meaty. Interestingly, not trying to do the cutback line and just using the outside line. Makes it nicely. It's been a clean lap so far, from what I've seen. And then obviously, I believe it was his debut. It was debut in France, I believe. Yeah, it was all very twitchy. I say I believe in what in sentences. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, his debut was in France. I cannot remember though, but it was either in France or Austria, but I can't remember. Let's see as he comes to the end of the middle sector, goes in deep into Stavino. Is it going to be up? He's down by about 6,000, so As a chance at improving. Alright, when we're going more at Will next as he started his lap. I believe that's him coming through. You're about to come into No Name in a few seconds. Beauty now. Out of the final corner. Is it going to improve? It will be an improvement, I think. Yeah, it is, but just in the 210. Stays where he is, but improves this time. Still about 4 tenths off character at 1.4 out of column, so. See, Will, a little bit slidey. We'll watch Carbine next, he's the next one along that. Well, obviously hasn't set a time yet, that's not like commit. Oh, he has it in validate, that's interesting, isn't it? Alpha and Mayo ahead, hopefully you can get out. No, that's Alpha Darby, basically goes on an outlaw, hopefully he moves out of the way. That's one way to do it, I guess. He does so as he comes into the bus stop chicane. For Will. Let's see what he's going to say. As he goes across the line, it's a 54-0, that puts him P6. Carbine next, let's watch him. And the second.
Hi, sorry.
No, you're fine. Carbine now, it's a good exit with No Name into P1. Because he's looking to even get into P6, P5, because although they're not close, if he can get there, he still isn't that far off Josh. His aim now is going to be finish out of Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's a maximum of luck, because obviously VRL do points of pole position, let me do math. So 4 rounds left. So that's just 8, so 108. Yeah, so there's a maximum of 108 points available. Left in the season. I can do math, yes, I know, big shock.
It's the English part he struggles with.
Yes, exactly. See, me and Kieran have known each other for about 6 weeks and he already reads me. This is called connection. As Cameron, let's see, is actually going to be a decent lap. Is it going to be a 52? It's a 52. It's 53, sorry, 52-2. A tenth off Josh. He's going again on that same set, so. Watch someone else. As Indigo is invalidated to Cameron's down. Who is on a bloody lap? Everyone's invalidated.
Josh has just started his next lap. And Charlie's just gone across the line.
So I'll watch Cameron, I'll see if Emmy's doing in the middle sector. He's 3 tenths down the first, so I don't know how good the lap is going to be. But a minute and 15 left, so you have to get out on the track now, so Callum won't be doing another lap. Cameron goes in deep. Doesn't invalidate. Oh my god, yeah. Cameron has invalidated. Will has retired, as you said, as you went P6. Watch Josh. Josh is about a 10 down in the first sector. This is. It will be his last chance of a lap, so. Using a lot of the grass on engine, and that just made him go a bit more deep. But I don't know if that's tactical, really did that on accident. Coming into No Name. Runs in deep, that's going to be invalidated. Yeah, that's invalidated, surely. I think Carbine's back. Yeah, Carbine is done, unless he's still on one. I don't think he is, though. No, he's not, so that's him finished. Josh. Oh, Josh has spun it. That's him out. Thankfully, he's out of the way. Charlie won't be affected.
That's got to be a heartbreak for Josh right there.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, they won't be starting in the same row, but they'll be starting very near each other. Not what he wants is Charlie is going to be up in the middle sector. He is up by 2.5 tenths. That would put him ahead of Cameron. It wouldn't put him ahead of Indigo at the moment, so he's going to need to find a lot more time. But Indigo's a tenth up behind him, so unless Charlie finds a lot more time than Indigo borrows, I still think the pole will go to the Williams driver. Charlie. Cameron, yeah, they're all retiring now. Let's see, Charlie into the post stop chicane for the final time in quali. It's a good exit. Is it going to be the first 51 of the session? It's only just past, but Indigo's up by about a 10, so across the line for Indigo. Is he going to snatch pole off Charlie? Yes, he is, into the 51s. That's a very good lap. Hack him next, I believe. He's about 3/10 up. That would put him into P4. So, on for as long as he doesn't bottle this final sector, he's on for a good run. He's a Ferrari driver. Let's see, coming into the bus stop now. Locking
no
up.
No ERS left in his tank.
Yep. Let's see, he gets a good exit. It will be P4. Very good lap by Hacking. Reese across the line. I think he's going to improve. Yes, he is. He goes P8. That time must be satisfying. Yeah, Caps.
Almost 8 attempts up.
I'm going to put him. This puts him up to P9. So that is qualifying done. And Indigo taking the second. He took pole. Yeah, he did take pole last week. Second pole in a row. And you're grid running for the Belgian Grand Prix. It is Indigo on pole position. Charlie in P2. Cameron Dowds in P3. Hakim with a very good qualifying in P4. Josh in P5. Cabrian on P6. Championship rivals on the same road. That'll be tasty. Will, Cabrian's teammate in P7. Reese in P8. Cart's P9. And Adrian is debut running the grid in P10. In 11th, me. 12th, Callum. 13th, Wolsey, and Fraser Cars in 14th. You've not set a time. Indigo again, but as I said, what intrigues me is that you have Josh and Carberry on the same road. That could get very tasty. I'm assuming this can be a wet race, but I'll have to wait and see. If you are here, Kieran, your mic is muted. I don't know if you
I'm aware, I just, it's a bit noisy at the moment, so I'm just keeping it off.
Okay, that makes sense, that's fine. So this is a wet race. Obviously, well, everyone will get fresh intermediates, but they all used at least 2 sets, so no one will be having any fresh tyres when they pit. Yeah, just excuse me, I will be back in 1 second. I just need to go bathroom, so I'll be back before the race starts back in a second. Sorry about that, I'm back now. So let me just get tire graphics up and stuff. As everyone on the Inter, no surprises.
To be perfectly honest, it doesn't look anywhere near wet enough to go onto the full wets yet.
What you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said it doesn't look like it's going to be wet enough to go onto the full wets at this point. I mean,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the final picture. It'll be white rain all through. If you be Nikita and me, it's still tires. Well, it's already going to be off the start. It's going to make it 10 times worse. Let's see.
The two of them appear to be in voice chat in the game itself. Maybe calling each other all kinds of names or apologising. Who really knows? It's racing drivers. They could do either.
We could do either, and we don't really care in there. And then that's a nice way possible. But Indigo, line up on the grid. Hopefully, I get a good camera angle because you know what this game is like. Let me see.
There we go. Everyone's on the grid.
Yep. Just, I think I need to wait for a second to get me a good camera angle. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights here in Belgium. And 8 lights there, and away we go. It's a good start by Charlie. On the outside of Indigo into turn 1, he gets the lead. Indigo with a shocking start into turn 1. Cameron with a very bad start as well into turn 1. Attacking him goes off wide. I can't actually tell what's happening. So Cameron up in the P4, Cameron in the P5, Josh up in the P3. Teammate goes all mostly clean to that first corner, up the hill. You plays with cars and AG who both spun around. That's what happened to go. Side by side, you know, Rouge in the well on that board does not usually end well.
Thankfully, AG does not appear to have any wing damage. He's been lucky to escape with that.
Yeah, the same plays with cars, I think. Just... No safety car. I find that a miracle. So, Indigo with a shocking start. He's gone off again. Is Josh going to take him? Josh going to hold it on the other side into none. And this is brave from the Mercedes driver. Is going to make it work. Indigo falling down in a lot of positions already. And he's just not been able to keep it on track. Charlie already 2.5 seconds clear. Charlie with a dream start. Obviously 22 laps. By the end of this 22 could seem like a lot more than 22. Hacking with a 3-second, it's lap 1!
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Yeah, I think Carbon were just hoping that Indigo maybe fights, I think Carbon's hope is that Indigo fights Josh, just so that Carbon can slip it up the inside or whatever ends up happening. As Cameron is he going to go for the move and hack him into the bus stop? No, he thinks better of it. That is Indigo, who goes in deep again, holding it around the outside of Carbine this time. Charlie obviously with personalities in that one. Indigo's having a horrid time. Carbine goes to the inside this time. Down into turn 1, he goes in deep and let Indigo get a switch back. Up in the overtake, Indigo gets the move. They shouldn't battle because it's just going to lose time to Josh. Really, up the hill we go. All very clean from everyone. Charlie, that's not 8/10, so game, I love you, I do not love you, no. Carbon gonna go for the move on Indigo again, he's trying it. Can't make it stick. Everyone can see very slidey hacking right in the back of Carbon, cannot make the move stick. Oh, he hits the back of him.
So Josh appears to have done quite well for start. I mean,
yeah, he has.
He's up, what, 4 positions?
3, because he's out of it was 50 star, I'm sure. Position change, yeah, 5th, yeah. Carbon losing a little bit of time. But, the way it's been for Carbon this season, he hasn't exactly been on the pace, but he's been so consistent where he hasn't needed to be on the pace. He's been the one that picking up all the scraps of other drivers. As Josh, Jesus Christ, Josh was very wide. He's been the driver who's, well, yeah, consistent really, he's on working, but he's not been involved in incidents, he's kept it very clean, he hasn't spun, so.
as long as you stay consistent, you'll do quite well in this series, as we've seen with a lot of drivers who have scored on the podium or even won the race, and then through some circumstance, if they've either bottled it or had some kind of issue with another driver, and
yes, Indigo gonna go for the move on. Josh gaining, he's gaining, not gonna get it though yet. Obviously no DRS. Wait for the whole race. Indigo gonna go for the move on the inside. He's going down the inside of the Mercedes into, yeah, that's like Corn, that's what that corner's called. I remember it now. That is Wazzy who's spawned. He's lost his whole, that's right, left side of his endpoint, and I'll have to pit for repairs. Charlie's worst nightmare is the safety car now. 3.7 clear, he just doesn't want it. I mean, Indigo isn't exactly getting any quicker than he's stuck behind Josh. 1 point, so he just needs to buy this time. Obviously, it's going to be even tougher to overtake here in the wet, but it definitely isn't impossible, that's for sure. The dirty air will be a pain in Indigo's backside, that's for sure. Come out with Stavron now. On the run into Buncherman. Indigo gaining, he's gaining. Is he gonna maybe try and go for a move on the bus stop? No, he's not. Indigo's locking up a lot this race. So I haven't just noticed that, it's the first time I'm pointing it out. Very, very slippery. He is.
Of course, before this race, he mentioned that he was practicing for quite some time in dry, so that's probably throwing him off quite a bit.
Yeah, I think that's what Wazzy has spun again, meeting in the pits, probably for... No, I don't remember him getting win now, so I don't know why he's in. Josh again, Josh and Indigo, going at it. Oh my god, that was very close. Indigo has the outside, he has the speed advantage. On and further behind, I think you have Hakim. Is he going to go for the move on Carboy? No, he's a bit too far back. Right now. They'll fight again. I think that's Walsey just going a bit slowly into the pits.
If Indigo could keep some of this pace he's got and maybe add even a little bit more to that, he could certainly be eating away at Charlie's time.
Yeah, now 5.4. 22 laps around Belgium is going to be a pain in the ass to overtake, so it won't be easy. Not impossible. No battles. I mean, I think this battle could, you know, Cameron, Carbrine, and Hakim. Is Cameron very twitchy? Cameron will be gunning for a podium if he gets past these two. His next target will be Josh, who, in the nicest way, that Josh Cameron is, well, Cameron is one of the quicker drivers in this meet. Obviously, Josh is good job as well, but let's see. Cameron is going to go for the move on Hakim. Not into the bus stop, I don't believe. No, he's not.
Doesn't look like it. Seems that Cameron has finally listened to our advice, and he's saved quite a bit of his ERS thus far.
I'll give one excuse, it's the wet, and it's a lot easier to save your ERS. Indigo's already eating that gap down to 3.9, so I think you were right about the fact he can definitely close that down.
Yeah.
Gap now 1.6 between Carbrine and Josh. All it takes is Josh running in a little, yeah, seeing him running in a little bit deeper though, Rouge. Cameron and Hakim dropping a little bit too far back. Same with Will, he's a little bit too far back behind Reese. I have hiccups now, this is the worst time to get them.
Do you ever get that thing where you just randomly get hiccups for literally no reason whatsoever?
Yep. That's what's happening right now.
You will literally just be sat there and all the...
I think that was the best impression I've heard you do in a while. You know, but Josh with a penalty, or oh, now he needs to get 3 seconds to Karen Bryant. That's gonna be a pain for Josh. That could cost him.
It could indeed. He's only, what is it, 31 points behind?
31, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, he's 31 points behind, so any points he could take to gain on Carbine would be, obviously, incredibly welcome. But this just, it's going to throw a spanner in the works without doubt.
Yeah, obviously, even if it was staying like this, because it would be 3 points eating the gap, obviously, regarding fast laps and all that. At the moment, it would be 3 points, so, I mean, there would only be 28, and if Carbine, see, even if Josh closes the gap, as long as there's not one big race where Josh, I don't know, wins and Carbine finishes, well, that's all it takes. One race, Josh, he can't have on that he's taking the lead now, but he could be within a race when they're doing it, so.
Yeah.
If I say all Carbine has to do is a lot easier said than done. Keep his consistency, which he has had all season, and just try and be up there every race, and they'll have it. 1.6 down the gap, so. How are we already not 6? Jesus Christ.
Really, all Carbine needs to do now is just, well, exactly what he is doing. Stay behind Josh, and make sure he doesn't get too far ahead, and, when the time is right, just try and make that move. If it doesn't work, he's right behind him anyway. So the points he's going to get over Carbine are going to be limited.
Exactly. So it's just in the races where he can beat Josh, then by all means go for it, beating him. In the race where he can't, or what it might seem like, I mean, if Josh is doing that, yeah, on pure pace, most of the tracks, I'll be honest, I think Josh may have an edge. But Josh can be caught up in incidents and get penalties, whereas Carbine isn't usually the one you'll see getting pens. So that's where, I mean, we talk about it all season. We talk about it today. It's why he's in the lead of this championship. Pure consistency.
Yeah.
Up now about 2 seconds. I mean, oh my god, Cameron a bit twitchy. Cameron gonna go for the move on Hakim into the bus stop. He's gonna go down the inside of the Ferrari. He's gonna make a mistake. Holding around the outside for the second part. He's gonna make the move. That's a very nice move by Cameron. He'll set his sights on. No, Hakim's still there actually. Never mind. Still, what's this? Hakim, is he gonna hold around the outside of the Alfa Romeo? He's not going to get it easily. No, he gets the move stick. He makes the move stick, and his next target will be Carbine. I'm not. See, I think Carbine's hot. Oh, there's the yellow flag. That is. I think it was one of the Alpha Tags. I think it was Pacer Cars. Yeah, it was. Cameron won't have the move on Carbine into here, so. You might think, well. If you know, Carbine will obviously hold on position if he lets Cameron go, but Cameron, I think he might catch Josh, which in theory there's a chance of it slowing Josh down, but there's a chance Cameron might not catch him, so it's a risk that I don't know. I mean, it's a risk I'd take, but Gab at the front, about 3 seconds he went. As I go to spec the Indigo, he runs a bit wide into P1. We're nearly about halfway. We're just, yeah, we're about 4.
It's been 7 laps already. It honestly didn't feel like that long.
Hey, usually Belgium, because you know how long the track is, it feels like it's forever. And obviously the race hasn't been the best, but it's still flown by quickly. It's just because me and you are absolute goats. 1.3, there's the yellow flag again. That's Pacer Cars at the top of the hill. Hope he doesn't impede his teammate. He shouldn't.
Seems to be a favourite spot of his at the moment.
It is. He really is doing Ferrari proud, even though he's not even driving for the team.
Well, Scuderia Ferrari, Scuderia AlphaTauri is the same thing.
Yeah, and in real life, AlphaTauri won more races than Ferrari in last season. That's a sentence you wouldn't have thought you would have said before pre-season testing.
But you look at the teams, you think, alright, so top teams, obviously Mercedes, Red Bull, Ferrari, obviously bottom teams, that's shite. And then you look at AlphaTauri and you think, well,
hold on, Cameron going for the move. Charlie with a penalty. Yeah. That's gonna cost them in this spray, and this Indigo gets one. So, sorry for interrupting, Cameron was going for the moves, I couldn't have to.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
You think to yourself, right, these two drivers, Pierre Gasly and Daniel Kvyat, they were kicked out of Red Bull because they either just weren't consistent or they didn't get the lap times they needed, so they were demoted back to the B team. And then Monza comes up, and Pierre Gasly, he soars right ahead. Obviously, Carlos Sainz was behind him all the way, and
one more lap than Carlos went out, I think.
Yeah, especially as they came into the pit straight, because obviously the DRS down there is ridiculous.
Your flag again, that's Wolsey. I'm very, very surprised at the fact A, none of my tires were retired in the pit, or B, none of them have crashed, but Carboy now, the gap is about, Jesus Christ, where did this come from? The gap is about 6/10. Okay. We have a 3-car battle at this rate, I think we will have a 3-car battle between Cameron. Josh has a lot more ERS. That is, plays with cars again, Eau Rouge. No shock, that'll be his teammate going past him. Oh my god! What happened there?
I feel like that was, honestly, I would put the blame on plays of cars there.
I think it was a bit of both, because...
Yeah. He moved over almost. Like, I don't think he exactly steered that way,
I think I know what you're about to say. He was just... It wasn't like he was turning that way. His car was just drifting that way. Oh my god, Indigo almost spawned, Jesus Christ. That is not to keep up with right now. Hack him on the back of this train as well, so it's a 4-car train now. Josh with another penalty. And Indigo with a pen as well. Jesus Christ, lads, calm it down.
Plays of Cars quite literally has no wing anymore, and Wolsey is basically running on nothing.
Yeah, I think we won't get in the way of anyone.
Almost everyone else has managed to keep it
out. Watch it, Wolsey. Jesus, don't make me shit myself with that. Pit stop should be coming in around 2 laps. What was it? Nice one, game. That's unfair. Indigo lost a lot of time. He's lost about 1.5 seconds. But Carbine right on the back of Josh. He doesn't need to make the move. The gaps. Well, oh my God, Carbine. Jesus. Cameron gonna go for the move. This is Max Verstappen S. Randy outside a bunch of money. Is he gonna make the move stick on the McLaren? He goes wide. Is he gonna make it stick? That's an AlphaTauri off as well. Cameron gonna go for the move on Josh. Is he gonna make a double overtake Josh into the pit?
That was just sensational right there.
That was mental, yeah. Josh into the pit. See if I can take the 2 again. That's me. No, what's the me? It was it, sorry. Is that going to be a...
He appears to be in awful shape at the moment.
He's still getting the pit, yeah.
He was just retire.
Yeah, Cameron and Josh have the undercut. Of course. As Hakim is going for the move on Carbine. He's going to go to the outside. Carbine closes that off. Hakim switches to the inside now. Into turn 1.
A grand total of 28 seconds worth of penalties thus far.
And Josh has come out behind Callum and behind Cameron. He's behind Cameron by about 5 seconds. What? Unless you got a wing change, that's the only thing I can think. Up at the front, I mean, Charlie and Indigo have bolted. They're like, see you later.
Yeah.
Carbine's main goal will just be, because as long as he doesn't make a major mistake, he will not come out behind Josh.
Yeah.
I'll I'll try the best math I can, so 4, 9, 3, 3. I think he'll be out behind Cameron at this rate. I actually think I might be quite close to him and Josh.
Well, Wolsey has left the session, but he's left his car driving, so...
Just retired in the pitch, obviously we run no ghost, we run ghosting off, so... Into the bus stop chicane we go, Charlie and Indigo staying out one more lap. Carbon surely has to be in there, I think he'll be thinking he doesn't want to get undercutted. That's all I have to say. Indigo another faster lap, but 4 times behind, we have to watch the battle for the lead. Carbon stays out, so does Hakim, so really no struggles for them one times. But this one it's Indigo right in the back of Charlie as we're gonna go now. Up there, at least be battling for the lead for the second time in a row now. They didn't.
Callum has just gone off in sector 3. The third to last corner.
Yes, he has.
Nose into the barrier, and he's... What is he doing? He completely went off the track.
AG in the pit. AG not... I think... He'll come out at P12, but there still is a chance of decent points for him. I think. So. Indigo not causing up on Charlie yet. We're now halfway through the race. Jesus Christ.
AG coming out of the pit just ahead of Wills.
So he's in P8. Not a bad race at all from AG so far.
Yeah.
Kept it very clean. Kept it very clean, that's the word I'm looking for. You did say struggle in English. You were so right. So right.
Oh, of course.
I'm Irish, for God's sake. It is a fact of life that I struggle to speak.
To be fair, you can make a credible case for yourself by claiming that you're drunk. And because you're Irish, people will believe you instantly.
But I'm 12. I don't think they'll believe that one, Chief.
Yeah, well, you know, start drinking as early as possible, build up an immunity to it.
True. Let's see, Indigo and Charlie, is it going to be into the pits for this lap? It's into the pits for Charlie. Indigo stays out one more lap into the overcut. AG with a 3-second blimp on. I just said he kept the clean and no pen, and guess what? He goes and gets a pen. My luck. We're back to cursing people. Jesus
yes,
Christ.
we are. Charlie went into the pits. He's
Carbine in, Hakim in. You have to pay attention to Josh, and I have to pay attention. Yeah, Cameron will jump these guys, I do believe. Yeah, Cameron will. It's the fact that Josh will. I reckon Josh will be close. I don't know about Josh, because obviously Cameron now, let's see what Cameron on. Yeah, Cameron will jump. Josh coming out of the bus stop. Watch him. Into turn 1, out of the pits. He's not going to get it. He won't get Hakim either, so... Josh has to do a little bit of a comeback on this, right? But
Josh seems to have lost out quite badly there.
Definitely has. I don't know what happened. Maybe it was a little bit of a mistake on the diving up or something. Oh my god, Josh! Jesus Christ.
A bit twitchy there.
The last thing he needs right now is a DNF in his home. 10 laps to go. Why am I so fucking tired? We'll fight again. That is that's
yet again.
I have to press PlayStation. Oh my god, PlayStation, I hate you so much. Here you go, thank you. That was what we call spin that. I do reckon China will get out ahead in yeah, no, he'll get out ahead in Indigo, but Indigo, as he's proven well, after his capital, but just yeah, it's just a case of whether he can get past him. That's, yeah, there's my words. Indigo, not in again.
Staying out, pushing his tyres as long as they can go.
It doesn't need to, because they'll go to the end, no, they go to the end, they've already gone 11 laps.
Yeah.
So. Carver's still on no penalties, Josh on 6, same with Hakim, so Carver just needs to not spin, which he's been probably the best at doing this season.
So far, everyone aside from Indigo has made their stop.
Thought you were going to say, There was two things that I thought you were going to say, but then I knew you were going to jinx it, so I'll reveal them after the race if they stay true.
Best just to leave the sensitive commentating until after everything's said and done.
Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. If me and you say anything good about someone or anything, we never say that. We never say that bad about someone, and then it's reverse curse them. I don't want to attempt that because no one I know because they'd still spin.
Yeah, most likely. You tempt the universe with the opposite of what you want, exactly. And it'll still just throw it back in your face.
We're just be like, nah, you get what you want. As Callum up in the P10, I do believe. But there's going to be a battle for points between Callum, Carps, and me. AG turning P8 on his debut. Not having a bad race at all.
As opposed to the other debutee. Yeah, something like that. Wolsey, who's dead last and has had a horrible race thus far.
At least he's still in the race, though.
Yeah.
Credit where credit's due, he hasn't retired, which I can guarantee half of his credit would have done by now. So.
Well, he hasn't retired because he's left the session.
Oh, yeah, left the session, true. But still, like he didn't retire beforehand anyways. Indigo, into the pits. Charlie, I think Charlie would jump him, but it won't. I don't know. Charlie fastest lap of the race. Obviously, because he's at the end of the pit lane, he will jump him, but won't be by that much. That's only by about 2 or 3 seconds, so it's not bad at all.
Yeah. If Indigo keeps up the pace he's shown for most of the race thus far, he could very well catch Charlie.
I think it's just the overtaking bit that's going to be a pain, but Charlie deciding to use all the ZRS now and not save it.
Yeah.
So
he wants to pull as much of a gap as he can from Indigo.
Yeah, you said about Cameron ZRS. Take him up for yourself.
Oh god. Cameron, please.
There's being on like low ERS and there's literally having none.
We should explain for any newcomers to this that Cameron, he's not exactly good with saving the ERS, as we see here.
He's good at most other things, apart from that.
When I say he's not good, I mean he drains it completely about halfway through the race.
Josh into the pen, that's 9 seconds. Yes. Unless Carboy... No, I'm not even going to finish that sentence.
Good.
No, I'm going to finish it anyway. Unless Carboy spins, then he ain't getting him. I think Carboy's the only driver I could get away with saying something about and not cursing him. They'll flag again, that's one of the Alpha Diaries, I think that's Callum, actually. Yeah, it was Callum. Who was that? Okay, that's confusing.
No, that was plays of cars. He was just moving out the way for the leading cars.
So bad for the man, yeah. Somehow he's still going, he's one up there and everyone ahead of him. Fair play for him actually not giving up.
He's got the determination.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Gap now at 6 down.
However, is debatable.
We do be throwing shade on comms, though.
Yeah. I mean, no offense to him. He is a brilliant person. He's a pleasure to talk to, but he doesn't appear to be doing all that well in this race.
Yes. Back in now about 5 cents on Cameron. Needs to get up and then get 6 seconds in about 7 laps. I don't know that's doable. Over the front gap, that gap 2.3.
Indigo does not seem to be pushing all that hard at the moment. I believe he's just trying to get Charlie to use as much of his ERS as possible.
At the moment is working. Well, Charlie's on what, 20% Indigo and about maybe 60? He's on about 60, so. Whenever he does eventually decide to ramp it up and catch up the Charlie, his goal would be to use as little ERS as possible when he does try to catch up. So if he has to join his ERS, then he's going to get no advantage. I mean, he's catching up, but when he gets up to him, there'll be no advantage, you know what I'm saying? If it was in the draw, you could have a bit of an excuse. Oh, there's Calman carps, oh, wheel banging carps, got a little bit wide out, graphic up.
Speaking of draining ERS, Cameron appears to be gaining on Indigo just a bit.
Yeah, but I don't think that'll end up mattering. Yeah, so the penalty is Indigo on Shang on 3 seconds, Akim on 6, Josh on 9, Reese on 6, AG, Will, Carps on 3, Calm on 6, Meaty on 3, and what was he before he left had 28, but one of them was the most stupid. I mean, one of them was a 5 second. I shouldn't think about it. He still have 18 seconds, whether he got a 10 second or not. So, flag again. That's not. Oh, it was Calm this time.
I suspect that was also just another moving out the way of cars. Well, maybe not, because there doesn't appear to be anything around them.
Yeah, AG and Will battling. This is important for constructors, for the McLaren team, who currently lead the way. But it seems like Red Bull at the moment we're going to gain on them. I do believe they can't do more. Yeah, they will. So, looking to try and limit that as much as possible as Will. He's using his ERS, he's gaining an AG, not gonna. He's gonna send it anywhere so they like home. He's not. Maybe gonna get AG going a bit deep. Very twist. No, he can't get the move. This weather is very realistic to the weather outside my house right now. I don't know if you can hear the rain on mic. Apologies if you can. I don't think you can. But if you can, I feel bad for you because it's very loud and very annoying.
It is meant to be almost it is meant to be a simulation to a certain extent. So all these sounds are almost essential for the atmosphere.
Yeah, but I mean, like outside my room like house is actually like it's very annoying what I can hear at the moment. Very annoying.
Just don't worry about
that. Basic cars has gone to slick tires. What an ad. But also that's very stupid.
Well, he's ballsy, I'll give him that.
Why? I don't know. As long as it doesn't impede anyone, I think he'll get away with it. Yeah, if it doesn't impede anyone, it's going to be a whole new story.
If he does end up impeding someone by either blocking them or, heaven forbid, pushing them off the track,
I wouldn't know it.
Then there'll be a bit of hell to pay.
I think a bit really is an understatement.
Yeah, it really is, actually.
Needs to get out of the way of Cameron, he does. If you include this, there's about 5 laps to go in this race, so about 1.7 in the gap between Indigo and Charlie. Indigo, he needs to start going for it now if he wants to get it.
Yeah. It's like what we said in the previous race. There are some points in these races where you think you just want to.
They'll find that press cars, I'm assuming. Yes, it is. Carry on.
There are certain points in these races where you think if you could just talk to them for a split second and tell them to do a certain thing, they could win it. And
and they got gaining though, 1.3. So maybe he can hear us. Maybe he's listening to our voice.
Indigo, also, if you got the stream on play, then start switching around, yeah? No, don't.
If you got the stream on, spin up our radio. Instead of fast lap. Oh, well, he
set a fastest lap, so, Yeah,
he's pushing. I want to think about it. The thing I was gonna say was that it would be the first time where there was no retirement, so then I remembered. Not me. Woolsey left, so that wouldn't really count. That's no safety car. I don't believe it. Nah, I want to be able to get to see where he is, so. 1.3 the gap of the lead, let's see. Hacking out about 8 tenths behind Turbo.
Indigo, no, Charlie actually. Charlie seems to have destroyed some of the distance markers on the run up to turn 4.
I do believe Indigo may be running no lines. That's cheeky. Very, very cheeky by Charlie, if that is so.
Well, regardless of what they're doing, Indigo does still appear to be gaining on Charlie quite substantially.
Yeah, 1.2, he has 4 laps to do so. It'll flag again, that was Callum.
Yeah.
That could be driven a quiet race. I think it'll be P5 for him at the moment. Josh has 12 seconds.
Yep.
Basically, a late safety car is the worst thing for Josh. It's the best thing for Cameron and Cameron.
Yeah.
Everyone, for Josh, it's just why that does happen. I don't think it will, but once you get to lap 20, it can't happen past then. So one more lap for a safety car to be caused.
Carbine Con runs right. Fuck me. Runs wide.
Join the club, mate, of being a man when it comes to English. Hakim gaining on him. He's gaining. He's not. I think he'll go for moving to the bus stop. Covering a little bit defensive, but not too much. Just have to cover him off, and he won't get the move. Carbon copy of Osho, he said instead of Cameron battling with Indigo, it was Charlie battling with Indigo on the finding laps, but this time it's wet at Spa, so there won't be any DRS abuse now. He's doing into a second time element. Carbon and Cameron currently only 2 without one. Carbon runs very deep through Eau Rouge. And yeah, he's gonna fight Hakim, it goes to the outside. It's just about enough room. Deactivates the overtake, he's going to send it around the other side and like Carbine defending very well, which is, well, from knowing him from experience in this season, defending is definitely his strong point.
Oh yeah.
Then Josh is right here, so. Try with another penalty! That's going to cost him the win if Indigo doesn't get one. I'm going to check warnings very quickly. Indigo has a penalty and no more warning, so Charlie has what we call bottled it. That's right.
Yeah.
Still chance for Indigo to spin. You never know. And let's see Hakim.
There is a possibility for literally anything to happen in this race, and well, it could change the results of everything.
Yeah, but at the moment, Indigo's on for what will be his second win in a row. It's unfortunate that he's not a full time, because that's what I think about it. It's bit after this race would be important. It would be mathematically possible for him to win the championship if he was, on the standings. But you just never know. I don't think he would at the end of the day. But let's see. But 8/10 now. That's a shame, really, because they've ripped this out for an exciting battle. The final few laps.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll still get to see a bit of a squabble at the end. No, third position on track.
You mean 4th position on track?
Yeah.
You win another penalty. Carbine, oh my god, I can't. He's just going wide, he's losing the back end. It's hard to tell, and it really, really annoys me.
It's so unnerving just watching these drivers just go around a certain corner and almost lose the back end of the car.
Yeah, let's see. Indigo still. Indigo does not take any risk. All you need to do is just keep it on track. If that means dropping off by Charlie and getting a little bit less of dirty air, then I think you'll mind, because oh my god, Indigo very twitchy.
Indigo does appear to be pushing his car right to the rev limiter.
Yeah, he does so. Let's see, 2-1 Tremont, about 8/10 of gap. So it's impossible now for a safety car to happen, so That's fun.
Yeah.
So your fastest lap, he nabs the point off Indigo, so he might not be getting 25 points, but he'll be getting 19 at this rate. So.
Yep. Who's on for driver of the day at the moment?
I'll do positions. I'll let you know what, because that's what the game goes by. It would either be AG or it would be Carbon.
Yeah, I would suspect it'd be Carbine, because he's higher up in the...
Oh, Indigo gaining, he's gaining, so go down the inside of the train, that's coming out of nowhere. And then the attack from the Williams driver. Oh, they're very close. That came out of nowhere, he just drained all the ZRS. Yeah. Got to try a bit unsuspecting there. Not bad tactic. Just wasn't expecting that at all. Does he flag? That's Carps, and he's bottled his chance of points. Not out of the race. We're definitely going to score points now, and that's me DNFs.
Yeah, Carps has lost fucking half of his left. What am I saying? Carps has lost half of his wing, so obviously he'll either have to pit for a new one, in which case he'll lose a load of time, or he'll just stick out to the end of the race.
Yeah. Indigo wants to swing on track, you can tell, but he doesn't have to be as risky as I thought he might be. I thought he was going to go for an even start from all. I shot myself.
Well, see, Indigo doesn't have to be all that offensive in this race.
Oh, he is going for it though. He is going to the outside, into the bus stop. Will be to put up the time and the holder on the outside of Charlie. Carps is retired from the session of the pits, and that's his race finished. Charlie holding it. Oh my god, very twitchy on accident. He's still fighting as we go into turn 1. Indigo gonna hold it on the outside. Charlie's gonna force him out wide. Needs him enough room. Oh my god, not up over his please. And Callum's retired as well.
You're gonna go
oh no. Oh, Charlie. He's backed off. Indigo goes in deep. I think he might lose the back end a little bit. Let's see, Charlie's gonna go around the outside. He doesn't have any errors left. Charlie out of it completely. Charlie gonna go round the outside into Lake Holm. Oh, he makes the move stick. Indigo fighting very hard, even though he doesn't need to. That's a warning at least. So he just needs to be careful. He doesn't get another one. Let's see. Holding it round the outside of no name.
Every corner.
Neil going wide, he keeps it on track. Jesus Christ. I love this.
It's certainly exhilarating.
Yeah, Indigo, is he gonna go for it to here? Oh my god, he is. Down the inside he goes.
Well,
he's really pushing the car to the limits. Oh, not tying the shit at warnings. All I know is that at the moment he will take the win, but clearly he wants it on track. Trying to get the very bad exit. Let's see, Indigo is going to go for it into Bonchemon. So I think that risk is going to go for it in the bus stop though. He's gaining. He's going to go to the outside on Charlie. Will with another penalty. I thought it was Indigo for a second. I shot myself. Indigo going to hold it around the outside into the bus stop. Can I make the move stick for one last time? He can, but he'll win the race anyway. It's Charlie crosses the line to win it on track. But Indigo, it takes 2 in a row. And is your race winner here in Belgium. Cameron will come across the line in P3. Another podium for him. I believe that's his 3rd in a row. You gotta put, yeah, that's his 3rd in a row. Turning up his game a little bit now. Carbine will take P4. And it will extend his lead from what is, let me do math. From what is 31 to 35 points. Carbine cross the line in P4. Hakim in P5. Josh will take P6. Reese in P7. I think AG will have another. Just check the parameters. I think AG will take P8 anyway. Red Bull gain on McCann in the constructors because Reese will both drivers are finished ahead of each. AG going in very deep. I give him doing that. They will cross the line in P9. AJ will jump up on a meeting. He survived this race and will be in P10. I believe that this is the first race in VRL where a VSC or a full safety car. And it came in the first race of Belgium. I'm genuinely surprised. Meeting across the line in P10. What race! That battle on the last lap was amazing.
Right, I'll go get these line.
Yep. Carbrian given drive of the day, I can't really argue. As we said, extended the championship lead to 35 at the moment, barring the shooting cars. I'm pretty sure the only incident that I think they'll end up looking at is your 2 AlphaTauris. I can't remember their names, but I only know if that were reported at the end of the day. Prison cars DNF'd it and was a DNF, so your full good run and then after the Belgian Grand Prix, Indigo taking the second one in a row. In P1, Charlie in P2 after that and throwing battle on the last lap with a fast lap as well, so they take 19 points. Cameron Dowd takes P3 and another podium 3 in a row for him. Carbon Con, as we said, extend the championship lead up to 35 points going into the final 3 rounds. Hakim in P5, he'll be happy with that. Josh in P6 again will be frustrated. He got so many penalties, could have maybe tried to beat Carbon, but loses more ground in the championship. Reese in P7 helping his team gain points on McLaren and the constructors. Adrian P on his debut, happy with that. Will in P9 disappointed. Meaty was your last finisher and point scorer in 10. Then your DNFs were Callum, Walsey and Carrots all classified, so your DNFs were actually only played to Carrots. Jesus Christ, what a race.
Few laps from Indigo and Charlie. They were really at it. They were wheel to wheel for the whole thing. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was. Hopefully we can get Charlie in and we can start. Because I want to hear from everyone. Is Charlie going to get in? I'll give him another minute or so, and if he doesn't come on, then I will start, and if he joins, he joins.
Yep. Good race, guys. That was really something to behold.
It wasn't mental. You know, I'll just start now, and if Charlie comes along and he comes along, I put all your voices on share before we go, because I don't want it to happen. I can't hear you. Charlie is here. Okay, good. So we'll start then with in P3, Cameron. So, actually, kind of a quiet race from you. Just take us to your race today.
Well, at the start, it was fun today at the start too. I kind of knew I was kind of bracing myself for the start because I knew I'd never even done a wet start with no traction, so I knew I was gonna not have the best start. And then I lost quite a lot of time to Charlie and Jamie at the start with the spray, and me and Josh, if you say, wait, I don't know if you were spectating me at the time, but I went around the outside of corner at
yeah, I was at this point, yeah. 2 balls tremendously amazing.
Yeah, I was down the inside of Josh and he was pitting, and that caused me to go into the pit too. But I managed to undercut corner, which I was happy about, but it was a little bit boring at the end, but I'm happy to be on the podium. And I don't know, I just didn't have the pace today, even after. I don't know if it was because I was on like 3 laps older tyres than Charlie and Jamie, or well, probably my overtake issues to be fair, but yeah, at least P3.
Yeah, so that's what I'll say about next week is Monza. How do you think you're going to get on there?
Monza's actually one of my strong tracks, so I'm excited about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so all some of my echoing. Please fix that. Charlie, I believe that's yours. Yeah, your mic was echoing, okay, so Cameron, congratulations on your P3 and good luck for next week.
Thanks.
So moving on to Charlie in P2, that, well, it wasn't a boring race in Euro, and just take us to your race, and I want to hear especially about them final few laps.
Yeah, it gave me a lot of confidence at the start, seeing Jamie bogged down. I had quite a nice gap, but in that first stint, especially towards the end, he see some good pace, managed to catch up back up with me again. And yeah, we had an amazing battle on that last lap, last few laps really. It was quite intense, and it's just quite annoying that I had the extra penalty. I would have got the win if I didn't have it. Obviously, that's one thing that's really annoyed me. But either way, well done to Indigo. He deserved the win, and he drove really well.
Yeah. So, in terms of constructors, I believe Red Bull are second, closing the gap from McLaren today. I mean, parachute inquiries, which I don't think there will be many. Just, what are your aims? Are you hoping to get McLaren, or do you think that they're a bit too far ahead?
No, I think we can definitely get McLaren. I think they're reachable. With the next, just got to hope that I get some good results in the next few races, and that Reece can, do a good job too, making sure he can do well in the midfield.
Yeah. So, next week is Monza. How do you think you're gonna get on there?
I think I like the track. Everything but Ascari is quite good at Monza. Just don't like Ascari, but apart from that, yeah, I like Monza. Lee, I think your mic's just been muted, mate.
Lee?
Sorry about that. I'm back now. Yeah. Moving on then. Well, congratulations on your P2 and good luck for next week. So, moving on to P1 again, Indigo, obviously second one in a row, so unfortunately it won't be counted, but take us to your race, obviously a very bad start, but you brought it back, just take us to your race.
Yeah. Where do I start? At the start, so had a shocking start at the start, obviously, but stuck behind Josh at the start and managed to get past.
Euro. Okay, I don't have a word with him after. I'm gonna. I think I know that's nothing to do with racing, but I'll speak to him. So anyway, Indigo, if you're still here, if you're still listening, congrats on P1 and well, if you're racing next week, good luck. So unfortunately, yeah, that's all from me and Kieran. Sad that I know that I'm not letting me go having to leave, but we'll be back same time, same place next week. About championship really started to heat up. We'll be heading to 4 and 3 rounds where, so the max on point 27. It won't be, it won't be possible for it. No, is it possible for Cameron to win it next week? I think it is.
Oh, I haven't done the count yet.
I'll do it myself, but
you can do that.
Yeah, I think you will. So, I think it is possible. So, yeah, that's all from me and Kieran. Congratulations to the top 3, and